3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on. Hey.
Throwing on first down. Ferguson. And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Now Herbert following the turnover. Throwing left side, it's complete. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop it.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try to protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Ferguson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. The Cowboys hit 9-3 here on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. Herbert throwing again. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Herbert. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. They snap it to Herbert. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question.
Okay,
I think
ready?
a big game or 2, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
On 1st and 10, Ferguson. And this is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Ferguson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Homer. And some room to roam now. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Ferguson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Ferguson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mention that to the coaches, and this throw will be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Ferguson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Back to throw. Ferguson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Ferguson. This is the tight end fan. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. first down carry now for Miller. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hit 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ferguson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day. About
set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think on Herbert, his 3rd interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Micah Parsons. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. But Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. Koo knocks this one through the post. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in 1 play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football. While we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Inside handoff now, Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. To throw on second down, Ferguson. And now here's another interception. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert, that's complete to his running back, Taylor. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Herbert back to the air. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On the move to his left. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. On first down, Justin Herbert buying time to his left. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Herbert now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To the air again, Herbert. Forced out to his left. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks. Like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st down, Ferguson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really...
Now the ball comes loose, and the Falcons grab it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the 1st half of play. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that 1st half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
To throw again on 2nd down, Herbert. He's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. To throw again on 2nd down, Herbert. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. On 4th down, Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Throwing on first down. Ferguson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Following the fumble recovery, Herbert. The quick slant caught. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Taylor. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now receiver in motion left. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Algier now up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Looking to throw. Ferguson. He's got his tight end fan. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. On 1st and 10, Ferguson. And that's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's second down. Back to throw again. He's got his big tight end. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Throwing again on second down. Herbert. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about...
nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jonathan Taylor, 45 yards. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Sanders now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here we go, check. 19 right.
On 1st down, Ferguson. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 60. And the Falcons are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they look to finish strong in this fourth quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. On 4th down, Herbert. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Again, Herbert. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 27. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Ferguson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He's got a man, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Come on.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Okay, ready?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Again, he'll drop to throw. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Let's go now.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Ready?
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. The 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because...
And now here's another interception. And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one will end in a victory.